day of the week. Come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What you waiting for? Come and take a seat. Like and subscribe, this is where you wanna be. Cause you know we gon' talk about it. Let's talk about it. Get in here, we in here tonight. So get in here, we in here to vibe.
Hey, everybody. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Hello, hello. Can y'all hear me? What do I have going on here? Hey, everybody. Thumbs up if you can hear me. This is not my, okay, I see the thumbs up. This is not going to be my midday live. I'm just coming to say, hey, because my husband is getting, well, we're getting another internet line wired in to the house, which I'm going to think is going to be amazing because I don't have to depend on this little funky ass Wi-Fi that we got going on over here. So I'm excited about that. They're out there wiring now. So I'm assuming it's going to be up and running pretty soon. So I will be coming back probably in like 2 or 3 hours to talk about, you know, what I wanted to talk about yesterday. And that is Justin. Oh, Justin. Justin, Cora, and the nanny. Okay, we're going to be talking about that in about 2 or 3 hours. But right now, y'all hit that thumbs up button. I just want to chat with y'all, okay? Hey, Callie. He said, your mic has been sounding a lot better. Oh, has it? Well, we do have a new microphone, and we did move it around. But today we're getting a new router, and he's getting wire ran straight from the outside, I guess, to the computer. It's not going to be on the regular Wi-Fi. I'm going to have my own line in the office, okay? She said, Jay for the win. Okay. Jay tired of me fussing. You hear me? She's talking about Major J. She's talking about, love it, Major J, make it happen. Yes, girl, you better know that. But with that said, I want to talk to y'all for a minute, okay? You know, listen. First of all, let me say this. I am super excited. If you read my community board, then you already know. I have been offered 2 partnerships on my YouTube channel, and I'm super excited about it. I can't tell y'all who it is because, you know, I got some haters, okay? But I did accept both offers. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah. And I don't know who it is because they didn't tell me, but one of my supporters, honey, then went on my affiliate link and they didn't purchase something from my site. So thank you guys very much. I do appreciate that. I don't know who it is because it doesn't tell me. I wish it did because I would love to give you a shout out. But thank you so much. I just saw it today. And let me just pull it up right quick because I'm super excited about it. Y'all know me, I'm very transparent. And I probably share a little bit too much, but let me just pull this up right quick. And if it was you, you can tell me if you want to. If not, it's okay. It doesn't even tell me what you purchased. It just says that I have someone that purchased something. So hold on. Let me get to it right quick. So, let me see. Let me show y'all this right quick. I am so excited. I was like, yes, okay. Stop playing me. So I got my first order. It does not tell me who it was, but whoever it was, whatever they bought, I don't even know what it was. But anyway, so listen, when they have the commercials or what they call ads, they be having ads under the site and like different products will pop up. If you guys purchase products, it will come over here or whatever. And I get credit for it at the end of the month. Okay. So whoever it was, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Yes. And yes, I'm super excited. But anyway, I know it ain't that big, but I'm just super excited that someone would click on one of my links and purchase something from my YouTube channel. Okay. So thank y'all, whoever it was. I wish I knew. I wish it would tell me, but it does not at all. It don't tell me the product that was bought, nor does it tell me the name of the person. I wish it did. But anyway, so let's talk about something right quick. Okay. And because of that, I'm going to try. I'm not going to sit here and say for one moment that, you know, I ain't going to cuss a mofo out. I ain't going to tell y'all that. I can't even promise y'all that. I can never, ever promise y'all that. But what I am going to try to do is try to clean up my channel a little bit so I can get more offers. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 so far, And one of the companies is pretty big. The other one is, it might be big, but like, I'm just not really, I'm being introduced to it. But the other company's been around for ages, okay? And y'all will see that soon. But the other company, the one that I'm just being introduced to, it's a good company, but I'm just being introduced to it, if you know what I mean. Okay. So anyway, she said your work speaks for itself. Thank you, Ligel. Thank you so very much. I do appreciate that, you guys. And listen, I invest in this. I invest in my channel. You know, you guys have helped me out a lot and helped me purchase a computer, and I thank y'all for that. Someone bought me a camera, a ring light, a green screen, you know what I'm saying? And a couple of more lights and stuff like that. And I just bought my second microphone. You guys helped me purchase speakers and stuff like that. So all the things that you guys have helped me with and the things that, you know, we went out and spent on our own, this little YouTube stuff costs some money. You hear me? It's been adding up though. You know what I mean? But I'm loving it. She said, congrats, Amor, you got this. You just the bomb. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. So with that said, you're not gonna hear me come on here every day and cuss somebody out, which I could, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Some people are just ignorant for no reason whatsoever, and they just gonna stay ignorant. You know what I mean? But I am gonna say this. I do have to say this because, you know, I am gonna say this, and I'm gonna try to say it as polite as I can. Okay. So, an irrelevant dude had the nerve to try to put down my credentials, my degrees, by alluding to what I didn't pay for myself, that the military paid for my degrees, therefore is not a flex. Let me tell you something. I don't know if anybody has worked for a company and that company has sent you to school. I'm sure when they sent you to school, right, they still required you to work, perform in order for your degrees to be paid for, okay? The military, they may have funded it, but you best believe I paid for that. Every penny of it. You hear me? Every penny of it, because let me tell you something. Even though I may not have took out green dollars and handed it over to a university, my time, my sacrifice, I went to war for this country, honey. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I done paid for the degree over and over and over again. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for somebody to be so ignorant to say that my degrees is not a flex because I didn't take money out of my pocket and pay for it. The ignorancy is real. Do you understand what I'm saying? Real. And then they want to flex and say, because I paid for my daughter's degree. Well, where's your degree? Let's not talk about what your daughter has. Where is your degree? Do you notice how people do that? When they don't have it, right? When they lack the degrees, when they don't have the credentials, when they don't have the looks, when they don't have nothing going for them, what do? They try to talk about somebody that they know they have it. My best friend look better than you. My daughter has a degree. My wife is smart. But what about you? What about you? Because we're talking about you. We're not talking about your daughters. We're not talking about your wife. We're not talking about nobody else. We're talking about you. Have y'all noticed that people try to do that? My best friend look better than you. Okay. What about you? At any rate, I'm not going to cuss nobody out today. All I'm going to do is just say ignorance at its finest, period. Ignorant and jealousy goes a long way. You hear me? Ignorance and jealousy, period. Okay? And let me tell you another thing. Y'all know I say this all the time, and I'm going to say it again. Victim playing don't get nowhere with me, okay? You're not going to be able to fold up and act like a victim after you done did the same thing, or even worse, for years now. I can't even say for months no more. For years, you did the same thing, but then when somebody turn around and bite you back harder, you get mad. You You get mad. That's not how life works. Because guess what? If you can dish it, you can take it. Not one time have y'all ever heard me break down and cry like a little girl over somebody calling me names or talking bad about me. You want to know why I don't break down and cry? Because I know I can do the same thing they do, honey. You hear me? They can punch and I can suck a punch right back. You would never hear me crying on my panel and talking about, I don't know why they doing that to me. Hell to the no. You understand what I'm saying? Hell to the no. Because I know I can give it right back. Now, I may not always give it back right away. I might let you throw a few punches, right? Throw a few punches and I might take it. I might take it. But when I come out the bag, don't go playing victim. Because when I come out the bag, I'm coming. I'm coming. Do you understand what I'm saying? And you can't tell a person how to strike back at you. You cannot. You can't think that you biggity bad and say something. And when they come back and drag your face all across the ground, you can't get mad then and try to play victim. All this stuff she done out here. Dial back, dial down. Okay. There's a whole man out here on the internet that think it's cute and little cuddly or whatever to argue with women. A whole man out here on the internet thinks it's cute to argue with women. I think that we should go get a man to argue with a man. What y'all think? Because when a man was arguing with the man, what did he say? I don't want no smoke. He only wants smoke with the female because when Jared stepped to him, he said, I don't want to go back and forth with you, brother. I don't want to go back and forth with you, brother. But he want to go back and forth with a whole woman. Why? Why? Anywho, Jesus. You hear me? Jesus. It's Meek. He said he ain't shit in the military. He don't know what it's like to sleep in the field, eat MREs away from your family. Don't know if your fob is going to get knocked off while you sleep. That ain't free. Girl, you better say that with your chest. Do you hear me? He don't know what incoming sound like. Do you understand? He don't know what all clear means. You understand what I'm saying? Freedom ain't free, baby. A whole lot of people made it possible for you to not have to worry about what incoming sound like and what all clear sounds like. Okay. So anyway, I'm trying my best not to cuss, and I'm not. I said yesterday I did a whole lot of cussing out. I had to get one of my videos cleared, child. It was flagged and I had to get it cleared. And now it's clear. Okay. It's cleared. You hear me? Anyway. So I'm not going to act a fool today, but I had to do that yesterday. I came out the bag yesterday. Yes, I did. And my husband was like, babe, you ain't going to be getting too many more offers if you act like that on YouTube. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. But they're going to have to excuse yesterday. When they see Messy Monday, they need to keep it moving. If you see Messy Monday, if you don't like to hear a bunch of cussing, don't even click on it, child. Don't even click on it, honey. I'm hoping that the people that want to partner with me don't click on Messy Mondays. If you're listening to my voice now, just don't. Listen, we ain't got to do no advertisement, no commercials on Mondays, okay? Or anytime you see messy in the title, okay? Period. Let's leave Mondays off the table. She said, thank you for your service. Thank you, Lashina. I appreciate that, babes. She said, I have much respect for you, Amora. You have very high morals and respect for anyone. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. I thank you guys for that. You know, she said the Air Force paid for my bachelor's degree and master's, but I definitely paid it back through deployments. I know that's right. She says on one deployment, I have to leave a 3.5-year-old. And when I returned, she was 5. Oh, wow. I know how you feel, baby. I left my son. My son was crying so much. He was like, Mama, I want to call the president and ask him, can you come home? I felt so bad, man. It hurts, honey, when your child be crying for you to come home and you can't come home. He was like, why? I don't understand. And you don't even know how to explain it to him. You know what I mean? That is your job. That you signed up for this. You was voluntold, basically. Okay. I had 3 weeks before I was told that I had to be out the country into a foreign country, jumping out of an airplane, a snook. Okay. A schnook is what they call it. Okay. Jumping out of schnook. All right. And playing soldier. I only stayed 11 months. My husband stayed longer, but for 11 months. All right. So anyway, that part, that's why I said last night, can't walk 1 mile, baby. You hear me? She said, hell ain't shit in the military. He don't know what it's like to sleep in the, I read that one already. She said, at this point, it's full steam ahead. Take off time. Okay. Keeping it real. Because you are a true soldier in the YouTube street. And that's what they mad at, Runner T. You hear me? They mad. Even yesterday, even after the whole, I'm backing off. I don't have nothing to say no more. You know, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna, I'm moving on to new content. It was still go report her page. We got to take her page down. What other content creator is focusing on taking another content creator down? Have I ever ordered y'all to go report somebody to try to get rid of their channel? Have I? Tell me. Raise your hand, or even you can say yes or no in the chat. Have I ever directed you guys to go report someone's page in order to get it taken down? Have I? Have I ever done that? And I won't. And I won't. That it is not for me to get removed. It's not my channel. I didn't build it. So why would I want to take it down? I am not a hater. But you hear other content creators telling people, go strike her page. We got to get her off of YouTube. You a whole hater. Who does that? What do you call them people? She don't need to be on YouTube. Let's get her taken. Anyway, I'm not going to get back on that rampage today. All I got to say is, listen, I'm glad I'm not that type of person. I'm glad I don't hate on somebody so much that I will go try to get this person page removed. Go strike and report to get this person page removed. I'm not doing that. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. Okay. She said, nope, I suggested it and you said no. Exactly. Because you know what? It's not for me to take. It's not for me to take. I wouldn't do that. Let them keep talking. They're talking. Their words don't bother me. Obviously, my words bother them. My words. I ain't never threatened nobody. I ain't never wished death on nobody. I ain't never talked about nobody else's child in no derogatory way. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever I said about a child, it was directed to their parent. You understand what I'm saying? Their parent, their parenting skills. Okay. I don't talk about people like that. I mean, I do talk about people. Let me walk that back. I do talk about people. I would drag you up and down from the freaking top of your head to the bottom of your feet, right? But I don't talk about your kids and, your sister, your brothers, except for the family. Yeah, I talk about them because they talk too damn much about other people. You understand what I'm saying? But at any rate, I'm like, I don't know if y'all heard the internet sister, but the internet sister said she leaving them low class ones alone. Okay, we ain't focused on them. Let them be great. Let them do what they do. We ain't studying them, honey. To be honest with you, did y'all see my video this morning? I don't know if y'all seen my video this morning where I proved that I can talk about other stuff without mentioning that family name and still make money. Okay. All right. Just as much money, if not more, as I make when I mention their name. So I proved that. Okay. Because, they want to come out here and say, you can't make no money unless you say our family name. Okay. Well, there's a whole video out there, and let me know if y'all need me to drop the link. Okay. Thank you, Tinkerbell, for that huge super sticker. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that very much. Okay. There's a video that I did, you guys. If you haven't seen it, if you want me to drop it for you, I will. But I proved, right? And I tried to get the videos that was around the same time. You coming in here in a minute? Okay. I tried to get the videos that was kind of around the same time. You understand what I'm saying? And I showed you guys around the same time, hour and a half, hour, 50 minutes, 2 hours, whatever. I tried to get it really close, right? And I proved that I can make just as much money, if not more, talking about something else, not mentioning the family name. Because see, what do they say? You can't make a dime without mentioning this family. Well, I proved to them that I can. I left the saga alone for 2.5 months, gained more subscribers and made more money when I left than I did when I was here. Okay. Or there, should I say, you know? So anyway, child. She said, I don't understand how these bums get mad at you on how you respond to their attacks. Stop bringing knives to a gunfight if all you're going to do is cry victim. Girl, let me highlight this. Thank you, Felicia, so very much. That part. Get mad on how I respond. And guess what, though? I hadn't even mentioned D Ham's name. He mentioned my name. The boy went crying when Upper got in his tail, and then he went and tucked his tail. He went running and he went crying, right? I ain't saying nothing about that boy. He ain't saying nothing about me. Then all of a sudden, he gonna come out yesterday and gonna talk about me from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. But when I clap back at him, I'm the worst, most disgusting person on YouTube. Dude, you think you're gonna talk about me and I'm not gonna call you pissy? You think I'm not going to say nothing about you? Okay. Try again. Try again, okay? Now, I had said at one time that I wasn't going to go back and forth with the content creators, but that's what type of time they on, okay? They say something about me, I'm going to say something harder about them, period. Okay? And he going to sit here and say, she's not a good person. And let me read what he said, honey, because I want to say he said something about I'm not a good person. I don't want to put words in the dude's mouth, but let me tell you what he said, because he tried to say, because good content creators don't go looking up people's background checks and pulling up their divorce. Where has he been? Because that's what the big bloggers do. The big bloggers will pull up a divorce decree and court papers quick, fast, in a hurry. Raise your hand if you have seen big bloggers, I ain't talking about these itty bitty, little bitty, don't know what the hell they doing bloggers over here. I'm talking about big bloggers with names, with numbers that make money. Raise your hand if you've seen them pull out court documents and go over court documents, restraining orders, divorce decrees, lawsuits, background checks. Raise your hand if you've seen them pull that out and go over it on their channel. Matter of fact, they're known to be the good bloggers. You understand what I'm saying? They like, ooh, you got the receipts. You got all the info, right? But this joker, he thinks me going to get divorce decrees, me pulling background checks, me going to get the court documents, he think that's disgusting and a disgrace is what he says. It's a disgrace because he don't think that bloggers do this. See, he don't know how to blog. I'm new to this too. I've been doing this for a year and he's new to it too, right? And he's been doing it for free. You know what I mean? He do it for free just to turn around and call another man a king. Call another man a king that said he made him. Robert said, I made you. You remember when he called Robert up to his panel the other day and Robert like, nah, dude, I ain't coming over there. But then 2 days later, 2K called him over there and what'd he do? 2K was able to get him on the phone. Y'all remember that? Anyway, he thinks that that's disgusting, degrading, that I go and get people's background. Yeah. And I don't just go get anybody background. I go get people background that come out here to try to act like they perfect. Yeah. And try to act like somebody else is just, the worst person ever. Yeah, no, because then I'm gonna be like, so then who are you? Then what you got going on since you think you so perfect and this person is just so screwed up, okay? He says, she over here getting people divorce decrees and, all this legal stuff, she go low. No, you just don't know what you're doing. Just say that. You just don't know what you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? Bigger bloggers do it all the time. They call themselves getting the tea. What do they think Tasha K did? Tasha K went and got R. Kelly freaking phone records. Do you hear me? Phone records from the jail. Now, I don't know how she got it, but she got it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Tasha K went and got phone records. Do you hear me? Anyway. She said they're mad of who you're pulling information up on. They can pull up and talk about Bree and anyone connected to her, but not pull up their own masters and his entourage of demons. Exactly. You hear me? Exactly that part. She said, wow, yeah, Maury, he don't know what they're doing for real. Exactly. Other bigger bloggers, they go and get that information. Some of them go down to the courthouse, like physically go down to the courthouse and pay money to grab these documents. And I heard them say that before. She be paying for people documents and she be doing this. She just too invested in other people's business. It's called being a blogger. They don't understand that. See, they only stuck on this one story and they literally y'all remember when I tried to move on and I tried to talk about somebody else and what did they say? Oh my gosh, she over there in somebody else's business. Did y'all not hear that? When they said, leave the truth alone, leave the truth alone, leave the truth alone. I stopped talking about the truth and I started talking about somebody else. And what did they say on their panel? She over there all in somebody else's business. You got to be in my business to know that I'm in somebody else's business. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got to be watching me to know that I'm talking about somebody else. That's the thing. They don't understand what being a YouTuber, a blogger is, a news reporter is. A news reporter and a blogger, they go find information. Yes, they get in people's business. That's what we do. She over there in somebody else's business. Why don't she come out here and talk about herself? Does that even make sense? If they don't, this is what I'm going to start putting in my disclaimer, y'all. I love the way Jenny does it. If you don't like what I got to say, if you can't stand the sound of my voice, if you think that I am an eerie, evil individual, then don't listen to me. Exit stage left. Don't click on my channel. Don't sit in my bushes. If you don't like me, you don't like what I have to say, you can't stand the tone of my voice, you think I'm a disgusting, evil liar, then stop watching me. Stop listening to me. Stop coming over to my channel. Period. That's too easy, right? Right? They literally come get my content and be like, oh my God, I can't stand her voice. Why are you listening to me? Why are you listening? Why are you worried about what I'm doing over here? Why don't you talk about your own family and your own grandkids? Do y'all hear bloggers? Do y'all hear big bloggers out here? The only thing they report on is their family. They only come out here and talk about their family. Some people want to know about what's going on in the world. Some people want to know about stories that they don't have time because they work in a job. They don't have time to go be looking to find out what's going on around the world. That's what we're here for. Huh? We bring you information that you may not be aware of, or if you are aware of it, we break it down a little bit more for you. We give you the background story of the story. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to go and find out why did this happen? Who else was involved in it? You understand what I'm saying? And what's the repercussion of this happening? What's going to happen? What type of charges did this person get? What was they sentenced to? Did they get off? Because you guys work full-time jobs. Y'all may not have that extra time to go and find all of these stories. And that's what we do as content creators, bloggers. We come bring this information to you. But you got these low budget ass, don't know what the hell they doing people. They call themselves bloggers, and they got it from me. They got the word blogger from me because I'm the one start calling myself a blogger first. And now all them dummies bloggers. They can't even make up another name, right? They over there, why don't you talk about your own life? Stay out of people's business. Now she over there messing with this white man and his black wife. And now she over here messing with this guy. And now she over here talking about this guy. Y'all heard her. Now she talking about Diddy. She won't leave people alone. Now she talking about Montel. She's always talking about somebody. Why don't you talk about yourself? Is what they say. Make that make sense. When I try to lead them along, right? Move on with other content, they still had my name all up in their esophagus. She over there all in somebody else's business. She won't make money if she ain't talk about the truth. Justin, Montel Hope, Jerron, or this person or that person or this person. Like, God dang. They don't want me talking at all, is what it is. But they can't stop listening to me. They can't stop coming over here. Why are they so bothered by who I'm talking about? They supposed to be Robert supporters, right? They ain't supporting him. They support me. They support me. They over here giving me the view. The watch hour. They giving it to me. They giving it to me. But they can't stand me. She said, Lysandra she always have a pissy ass in your bushes carrying back news talking about, did you hear what she said? Damn old dirty bone carrier. But can't stand me. Melinda said, why don't they talk about themselves? Them folks over there really special riding a yellow bus. That part. That's because the hate is real. The evilness is real. The jealousy is real. That part. Real. These people literally, I have a whole platform. This is my business. This is my job. And then another thing, why don't she just go get a job? Why don't she just go get a job? She need to go get a job. Why don't she just go get her? And then now they saying, go get a real job. Now it went from go get a job to go get a real job. Go get a real job. Go get a real job. All because they didn't make it on YouTube. Because they didn't make it on YouTube, now I need to go get a real job. Because they didn't make it. Yeah, they want it. Listen, somebody said they support Bree too. Exactly. They do. They support Bree too. Now it's go get a real job. I heard this lady yesterday, y'all. I know her name, but I ain't gonna say it because I'm not gonna give her no clout over here on this channel. But she had the nerve to break down Bree. Bree was talking about her experience carrying twins. That's content. Shit. If you ain't never carried twins before, and if you wish to blog about it and make money doing it, that's your prerogative, right? And it may be somebody else that is pregnant with twins or will be pregnant with twins in the future. She's given her experience of how it feels being pregnant with twins. You got this old hater listening to her live and breaking it down, talking about people know how it feels to have twins, dummy. You don't have to tell us that. We know what it is to have twins. Like, they're literally listening to her live. Hold on a second. They're literally listening to her live and doing commentary on it and mad at her for talking to her supporters if her supporters did not want to hear about her experience of carrying twins, they wouldn't listen. They would sign off. Do you understand what I'm saying? They would turn the channel and go and listen to somebody else's live. But if her supporters, and I said her supporters, if her supporters are on the live and still listening to her say different things about her pregnancy, then why is this content creator so upset that she'll break down the live, do commentary on it, screaming at the channel like, no one cares. People know what it feels like to have twins. You act like people ain't never had twins before. That's her content. She's providing content for people that supports her. Let me tell you something. When hairdressers come out here and they show how they do a lace front, right? There's a lot of other people that knows how to do lace fronts, right? But why is that hairdresser content creator coming out and showing people how to do a lace front? Because whoever is tapped in and listening to her at the time wants to know how to do a lace front, or they support her enough to listen. So if she's talking to her supporters, and if she can hold an audience breaking down her experience carrying twins, then why would this bitter ass person worry about? She act like nobody ever had twins before. She act like it's a big deal. See, this is what's wrong with people, right? Content creation, anybody can be a content creator, really, to be honest with you. If you pick up a camera and if you share your life, and if there's somebody that want to listen to you, if you can hold an audience, then you are a content creator, period. Okay? You're a content creator. She's holding an audience with her people. Holding an audience with her people. And you still got people mad. She telling people information that they already know. Well, if they already know it, then why is she holding an audience of people listening to it? There's a lot of tutorials out there that people know how to do it, but they'll sign up for it because they may want to see a different way of doing it or easier way of doing it. Or they may just want a refresher, you know? Especially, let me tell you something. You can have a baby, right? And then you may not have a baby for 6-7 years. And then you get pregnant again. You're going to want to find out some more information because things done changed. You're going to be like, I know I had a baby 7 years ago, but I need to find out, like, what was that? Why am I experiencing this? Because you may have a different experience on that first child than you did, or should I say the second child, than you did the first child. Right? Right? But that's how jealousy works. Jealousy works of, let me sit here and yell and let out my anger over somebody doing something for their supporter. Their supporter like it. Their supporters like it. Now, I can see if she was making fun of it, right? Making funny, making comedy over somebody else's content, that's one thing. But being angry and being hateful over it, that's a difference. It's a difference. Because, I find something funny about something that you did, right? But for me to sit here and just act like I'm all jealous, hateful, and bitter over something that you're doing, for what? For what? Because you're just jealous. You're absolutely jealous, Anywho. She said, that's so true. My kids were 12 years apart and I was so lost and forgot everything when I got pregnant the second time. See? And my babies was 10 and a half years apart. And I'm like, How does it feel when the water break again? Shit. I'm like, how am I gonna know? Like I ain't had no baby before. You know? She says they're captivated because at this point, how they know what she's doing if they're not going over there to view her. They stay in you guys' bushes and do reactions, meaning that they have to view y'all's content to do so. Exactly. Exactly. Like Dham. He had to come over here and got mad because I pulled my degrees out and gonna say my degrees is not a flex. Maybe because I didn't pay for it out of my own pocket. He said, I paid for my daughter dental degree out of my pocket. Let me read what this little pissy boy said. He says, one of the benefits of going in the armed forces is that you can get a free education. The government house you and pay you while you're educated, while you're getting your education. So because that's the route of path someone took, it is to be respected, but that's not a flex. Let me tell you something. First of all, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. He said they house you, they give you free education. They house you and pay you to get your education. First of all, you don't know what you're talking about. First of all, it's not free. He doesn't know that because he's never been in the military. It's not free. It's not free. Believe it or not, you guys, it's not free. We had to pay. Now, it wasn't much, but $100. I don't know how much y'all paid. Tell me, Candy, did you pay $100? But we had to pay $100 a month for a whole year. I think it was a year or 2 years. I think a year. Baby, how much did we pay for the Montgomery GI Bill? Was it $100 a month for a year or 2 years? Or was it 3 years? The $100 a month that we had to pay for the Montgomery GI Bill, you had to pay $100. They took $100 out of our check. Was that for 1 year, 2 year, 3? I can't remember.
1 year, but you pay more than that. You give up basically your fucking freedom. And then
Oh, yeah.
watch people die.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm gonna say that too. But as far as financial, it was just 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year, $1,200.
Okay, thank you. So 1 year, $100 a month we had to pay, right? And y'all, I know y'all just heard my husband, right? My husband just said, yeah, it may have been $100 for 1 year, $1,200, but you also give up your freedom. You know what I mean? You defend. You have some of your fellow soldiers and friends that you have become your friends, family, right? You watch them DIE, you know what I mean? Go to glory. You going to their funerals. You got to watch their family members boo-hoo cry because they ain't going to never see their family no more. You know what I mean? All for this country. It's more than $1,200. And as far as give you free housing, that's not true either. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And see, that's what the ignorant people that don't know nothing about the military. You know, I've heard so many people say that they pay for our house. We get a stipend. Yeah, we get a housing stipend. Okay? But that's a part of your income. Hey, Ashley D. She said, I can learn from you more. Never get too prideful to learn how to grow or to be honest with yourself. If you cannot be honest with yourself, don't expect others to. Exactly. That part, Ashley. That part. You know what I'm saying? But listen, we get a stipend. And the military is not the only profession that gives a stipend that's a part of your income. It's not like, oh, we make $94,000 and then we get free housing. That's not how it works. That $94,000 is a part of your stipend for your housing. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, we get a stipend for housing. We get a stipend for food. We get a stipend for clothing. Well, I didn't because I was an officer, but when I was enlisted, I did, right? But it's a part of your income. That stipend for food, that stipend for housing, that stipend for your clothes is a part of your income. I'm sure other corporate jobs do it too, right? When they give you a military, not a military, I'm sorry. When they give you a company car, I'm sure that company's car is probably a part of your income. When they give you a medical package, right? I'm sure that's part of your income. I don't really know how that worked, to be honest with you. But what I'm trying to say is it's a part of your income. It's a whole total package, right? Hey, Ashley Chatch. She said, teach the people, child. Yeah, because they sit here and think like, you know, and then you work for it. You know? I remember about being in the military. Everybody's like, oh, you rich, you rich, you rich. No. Oh, they pay for your house, they pay for your house. No. They give me a stipend, but I have to pay my own house. Right? And he said it's not a flex because I didn't pay for it myself. It's not a flex because the government paid for my degree. What about all these other programs? All these other programs that say, if you come work for us, I will pay for your degree if you give us 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years. And he said that's not a flex because he paid for his daughter's dental degree out of his pocket. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you how dumb he is. As a black man, do you know he could have gotten all type of scholarships for his daughter? He really didn't have to pay for her dental degree out of his own pockets. He did it because he don't know how to go out there and look for scholarships, because he could have found a whole lot of scholarships to if his daughter's black to get help, should I say, paying for that degree, because there's a lot of scholarships out there. You understand what I'm saying? But he said my degrees is not a flex because Uncle Sam paid for my degrees. Yeah, that joker says, let me read the second line again. He said, one of the benefits of going into the armed forces is that you can get a free education. And then somebody under his chat said, oh, so you mean to tell me it's free? She ain't even pay for that? Oh, okay, girl. Anyway, let me finish reading this thing. He says, one of the benefits of going into the armed forces is that you can get a free education, government housing, he said the government house you and pay you while you're getting education. So because that's the route or path someone took, it is to be respected, but that's not a flex. That's not a flex. Well, show us your degree. Flex on me then. Show me your degree. Then he gonna say, because I paid for my daughter's degree out of my pocket. Show us your degree. Don't show us what you did for your daughter. What you do for yourself. What did he do for himself? Anyway, ignorance, total ignorance, jealous and ignorant at the same time. Jealous and ignorant. Some of these people would never get far in life. You want to know why? They so too jealous and too ignorant to ask somebody for help. Instead of saying, you know what? How did you get where you are? What do I need to do to get where you are? How do I do that? What did you do? Show me what you did, right? Instead of that, they hate on it. They hate on you. They hate on you. Poor Tink Tink. Poor Tink Tink. She said, everything you said is so true. My niece did 16 years in Army, 6 years in Iraq and the war, and she will be 40 years old. She retired when she was 32 and she gets all the benefits from what she's seen. Yes. Okay. She said McDonald's paid for scholarships for the teen workers. See, that's what I'm saying. Now, I didn't know McDonald's do it, but I know that other jobs do it. But damn, McDonald's pay for degrees? Okay, McDonald's. I didn't know that. Let me find out. She said, sure could have my son at Howard University on scholarships. Okay. Why he out here paying for a whole dental degree? He's a black man. You know what I mean? You know how many scholarships you can get just based off your color alone? You know, I didn't find out till later that adopted kids can go to school on a scholarship. I didn't know that until later on when I found out. I'm like, damn, right? But yes, if you are an adopted child, that's one of the many scholarships that you can get, right? But there's a lot of scholarships out there that people don't even apply for. Sometimes they just ask for a 500-word essay and you'll qualify for a scholarship. There's so many ways to get extra money. So many ways. And it may not be a lot. You 500 here, 15 here, 25 here, 3,000 here. Pay for your school. Yeah. They be having contests for this. Tell us why you like the color red. Okay, I mean, I'm kind of stretching a little bit, but some of the scholarships be just that simple. Tell us why you want to be an engineer. Tell us what you love about being a teacher. Stuff like that. You put something together and boom. And not a lot of people will actually apply for it because they think they're not going to get it. Which means that these people are holding on to this scholarship money. Let me tell you, I have a business. I still have my business, but when I was in Charlotte, they were looking for Black business owners to give money to. Let me tell you, these people, this guy told me, he said, I got $10,000 to give you right now. He said, but your office have to qualify, meaning your office have to be in a poverty area. He said, what's the address? I gave him the address to my office. You know what he told me? Damn, if you was only one street over. I was one street over from what they considered the poverty area. One street over, I could have got $10,000 for my business. They were looking for small Black businesses to give money to. But stipulations, they want you to put your business in areas that a lot of people don't like to be in. And I was one of them people. I wasn't about to be on that street. Because I work late sometime too. You understand what I'm saying? So, but if you are willing to put your business if you have a storefront or something like that, and if you are willing to put your business in an area, I'm just going to say our neighborhoods, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? You can get all type of grants. This is free money for your business. I was just too much of a coward to go one block over. I wasn't going one block over. All the little homeless people like to hang out over there. But that man told me one block over, he would have gave me $10,000 for my business. I was like, damn. Yeah, I go trying to be bougie, right? If I ever get another storefront, I'm going to the hood. And I'm just kidding. But no, there's a lot of money for that type of stuff. They want us to bring our business in our neighborhoods. And I say our neighborhoods, y'all know what I'm talking about. But they want us to put our business in there. And we don't be wanting to, but guess who do? The ones that be putting the business in there, don't think they just in there because they just love Black people so much. They getting extra perks, tax cuts, extra grant money to put their business in our neighborhood. Yeah. When you see these Indian stores pop up, and I say Indian stores, y'all know what I'm talking about, the Asian stores or whatnot, right? When you see these stores pop up, you were like, dang, why they on every block? Because they ain't afraid to come in there. They know the government is about to take care of them on taxes. The government about to give them some grants, extra money to deal with it. Of course. Of course. We trying to put our business outside the neighborhood. And they like, shit, I like these tax cuts. You hear me? I like this grant money, so I'm going to put it right here. Anyway, but yeah. So when I say there's a whole lot of grants and stuff out there, there's a whole lot of grants out there. And grants is free money, meaning that you don't have to pay back. Free money that you don't have to pay back. You know? She says, and they don't have to make it look like nothing. No, you sure don't. You sure do not. You know? I remember that guy telling me, boy, he told me, he said, you can have it in 48 hours. I was like, damn, I could have had $10,000 if I would have been one street over. She said, hey, Amora and chat, it's a lot of opportunities in Baltimore, but baby, I can't move my booty in the hood. No, man. See, that's what I'm talking about, Diva Chick. That's how I felt. Because, you know, the homeless people come up and be like, can I use your bathroom? You know what I mean? So I understand what you're saying, but guess what? I remember, let me tell y'all something. I know we're going down a whole nother rabbit hole, but I just want to kind of like just go here for a minute, right? I remember, if you're from Detroit, Michigan, raise your hand. I remember they were paying people to move to Detroit, and the houses was so cheap. I'm talking about under $100,000 for houses. Y'all know y'all can't get that nowhere decent. You can't get no under $100,000 homes. People were moving out of Detroit by the droves. But guess what happened? They were moving out. White people was moving in. And they was knocking down them houses. And they was rebuilding. They were trying to pay people to move to Detroit. It's another state they trying to pay people to move to. I can't remember the name of it, but y'all can tell me if you remember. But they was trying to pay people to move to these places. People was running away from Detroit. Oh, I'm leaving. The crime. Yeah, it was a lot of crime. People were moving out. Other people was moving in. I even looked at it one time, but I was like, oh, it's too cold for me. But when I was like, damn, these houses going for cheap. Big, cheap house. I was like, what in the world? She said, that's what's going on now or more. Are they still cheap? Because listen, I mean, they were literally selling homes for under $100,000. You hear me? She said, the more you can see all the new bills. Wow. People were moving out by the droves. And they was like, wait a minute. No. We need to save Detroit. They were, and then, but this is not just in the United States. There's another place. There's a small town in Italy that they pay you to move there. They give you a stipend to move there. Alaska too. If you move to Alaska right now, I think you get paid an extra. I don't know exactly what it is. If you know, tell me, but I want to say at least $2,000 or something like that to live in Alaska. But now Alaska, 6 months out the year is dark every day. And 6 months out the year, I mean, not every day, but it's dark 24 hours out of the day. And 6 months out the year is light 24 hours out of the day, which means 6 months out of the year, it's going to look like daytime, but it's going to be your bedtime. You know what I mean? She said, yep, you get paid to live in Alaska. You and everybody in your household. See, a lot of people don't know about this type of stuff. They don't. But there's places that will pay you to move there. I'm telling you about this place in Italy. They pay people to move there. Literally. They will pay you a stipend or something, some type of money, because they want to build the economy. They want to build the population. Because people bring more money. People bring resources. So they pay people, or they reduce your amount of living if you come there and be a resident. And there's another place here in America. I don't know if it's, I'm probably going to get it wrong, but I don't know if it's Utah, Omaha, or wherever it's at. It may not be Omaha. She said, I lived in Alaska too. You get paid yearly as a resident there. Yep. They pay you. Do they do it also in Washington State? But you got to get ready for it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be ready for Alaska. She said some places give you the land to move. Sure do. She says no, but the others are still moving in. Oh, they are? The others, the white people still moving in. She said, I lived in Alaska too. Oh, I did that. She said, F it, I'm moving to Alaska. But just know 6 months out of the year is daylight outside 24/7. 6 months out of the year is dark 24/7. You got to get used to that though. She said, I'll move there if it's dirt cheap houses. With what? You moved to Italy? Italy was paying people to move there. She said, I need to move to Alaska. Let me pay up. No, seriously. It's some places here. But Detroit, Michigan was paying, the houses was cheap. I don't know if Detroit was actually paying people to move there, but I just know they were offering very cheap housing. And to be honest with you, like I wasn't in that mindset then, but I wish I would have, because even if I didn't move there, I wish I would have taken advantage of buying a property or whatever. So I could have had the land, because you got to think in your head, they're going to rebuild eventually, right? But I wasn't even thinking. I remember when the Atlanta, Georgia market crashed. I know this colonel that went and bought a house for $70,000. I didn't think of it then, but I should have. When the Atlanta market crashed, the houses was dirt cheap. It was people buying mansions for $400,000. I'm talking about mansions with pools and everything for $400,000. I should have bought a house in Atlanta, but I didn't even take advantage of it. I didn't, but I should have. I should have. She said they are rebuilding now. Okay. She said Ireland give parents $2,500 to $4,000 a month to not put your kids in daycare. Wow. See? She said Volvo does it as well if you move to Sweden. Wow. Wow. Do you have to work for Volvo? Work for Volvo in Sweden? And you live for free? Shoot, that ain't no bad deal. She said the houses was dirt cheap here in Detroit. They wasn't paying people to move here. Yeah, no, that's why I cleaned it up. They wasn't paying people to move. The houses was just dirt cheap. I mean, but to me, that's paying people to move. People were buying houses for $58,000, y'all. You know how much $58,000 rent would be? I mean, the mortgage would be probably like $600-700 a month, way less than you probably paying right now to live. But you would have had to, want to live in Detroit, Michigan. Another place is Durham. And let me tell you something. One of my doctors, he was a white guy. I was talking to him one day and I was like, where you live? He was like, in Durham. I was like, you live in Durham? They say Durham is dangerous. He said, Durham is affordable. This white doctor, I said, Durham is dangerous. He said, Durham is affordable. He moved in this big, nice house in the middle of Durham, right? Big, nice house around all these black people and, some of the dangerous areas, right? And he go with this big, nice, big, beautiful home because he got it for cheap in Durham. He said it's affordable. I said, you're not scared to live in Durham? He said, no. He said, I mind my business, they mind theirs. She said, true story, I paid $25,000 for my house in Atlanta and now it's worth $500,000. I believe you. I absolutely believe you. I believe you. I absolutely believe you. She said, I remember Obama was giving stipends of $8,000 to purchase a home back in 2008. Sure the hell was. And I know a lot of people that got it. They were giving first-time home buyers $8,000 to purchase a home. Meaning that when you went to closing and you signed a dotted line, you got a check for $8,000. Ching-ching. This didn't have to go toward your down payment. This went in your pocket after you signed the dotted line. She said Durham is definitely dangerous now. I'm sure it was dangerous then. But this white doctor moved slap in the middle of Durham. I said, you ain't scared to live there? He said, no, it's affordable. We don't want to be running out of the neighborhoods because we don't want to be in the hood and the white people be moving right on up in there. Sure do. They be moving right on up in there. And I guess they be like, look, I got my guns. You know, I'm going to exercise my Second Amendment rights. Right? Yeah, Durham, North Carolina. Yes. But he moved right on up in there. She said that's called gentrification. To me, they've been doing that in New York City since 1988. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, one thing about Charlotte, now let me tell you a little bit about Charlotte. Charlotte got some gentrification going on, but they got some black people that said they ain't moving for nothing in the world. So you might drive into a neighborhood in Charlotte, right? And you may see some big old, nice, beautiful homes, and you may see old ran down project right next to it. You hear me? Because some of them black people like, I ain't moving. My grandmama gave me this house, it's paid for, and I ain't going nowhere. And I don't care how much, because they was trying to cheat these people out of their homes, giving them $10,000 and $20,000 to move. Some of these people was like, I ain't moving. Now, some people did move, right? Some people took the $10,000, $20,000, they gave their house up. But some people like, I ain't going nowhere. And you will see that. You go in these neighborhoods, you'll see these big, beautiful, nice homes. And right next to it, you got a whole bunch of people talking loud on the porch. And they like, y'all ain't running us from our neighborhood. Y'all can move in if y'all want to. You see this big old mansion, and right next door, you see Black Lives Matter. Anyway, I love Charlotte, though, because Charlotte is diverse, but the neighborhoods can be like that sometimes, especially down by the music industry area. Man, I'm talking about nice homes, nice homes. Right next to it, honey, your grandmama house. With no driveway. Listen, they like, you ain't moving me. You ain't moving me. But no, Siobhan, I absolutely believe you. She said 16 years ago, she paid $25,000. Now her house is worth $500,000. You know what that means, Siobhan? That means you have $500,000. You probably more, but you are worth $500,000 right now. That's what that means. That means you got money in the bank, shorty what you drank, okay? That means that you have money, because anytime you want to right now, you can go get a loan against your house and start a business. And I hope you have one. I hope you have one, because your house is worth $500,000. You literally can go and take money out right now, buy a business. I hope you don't work for nobody, honey. Not with that much equity in your home. I hope you don't clock in for nobody. You got enough money right now to start a business, a money-making business, baby. You hear me? You got money in the bank for real, for real. $25,000 and now it's worth $500,000. Girl, you good. You hear me? You real good. She said, I was born and raised in New York City. I moved to New Jersey and I want to move out of the country. Where you want to go? Where do you want to go? She said, this is a great conversation, informative for all. Thank you, Break Room. We do need to talk about stuff like this sometime, you know? She said it was like that in California in 2008 when the market crashed. Ooh. She said, I just partied in downtown Durham on Saturday, and it is definitely gentrification, nothing like it used to be. Ooh. Yes, they like, oh, y'all want to move to the suburbs? Or we going to go back and build condos and everything, you know? Downtown, so we could just walk across the street to the stadium. You know what I mean? She said, I used to live there in 2008 and I left in 2012. Well, Durham, you lived in Durham in 2008? She said, Amor, you haven't been to Third Ward in Houston. You will see the same thing. Big, beautiful mansions right beside little crack houses. She said, Indiana has a lot of land and home dirt are dirt cheap. You know what? I believe you, but I wouldn't want to live in Indiana. But I do have a cousin that moved from Chicago to Indiana and she saved a lot of money on her houses. But I just didn't like the Indiana feel. I lived in Kentucky and I didn't even like the Kentucky feel. Believe it or not, in Kentucky is the first time I've ever experienced, like when I say experience, I mean like direct racism. Kentucky was the first place that I experienced direct racism. Now, you know, it's always there, but no, we experienced direct racism. My ex-husband stopped and asked, you know, this is before the GPS systems, you know, were available to us. We used to get places by maps. So he thought he took a wrong turn and he stopped at a gas station to ask basically how to get back on the highway. Man, if looks can kill, that white man stared my ex-husband down, up and down. He stared him down like, how dare you talk to me, black man, right? It was so cringe. He just said, y'all better get on up out of here. You hear? It was dark too. Like, oh, Jesus. Boy, my ex-husband said, okay, no problem, sir. No problem, sir. Boy, we got back in that car and he backed away from that damn gas station. He said, yeah, you know, we in the wrong neck of the, town. He said, I'm not going to stop until we get further down the road. You hear me? He got back on that damn highway and we kept riding. She told my sundown town still exists. Yes, that must have been a sundown town, honey, because if looks can kill, my ex-husband would have been DEAD. You hear me? It was so cringe, but that was years and years and years ago. But that was Clantucky, baby. Who live in Clantucky? That's what we call it, Clantucky. She said, I experienced racism in Austin, Texas. I called a Lyft. When the white driver pulled up, he told me and my sister to find another ride and pulled off. Damn. Well, we experienced a little bit of it here in Houston while you playing, you know, where we live, right? You know, the type of houses we look for. So Jay and I had put a bid in on, not a bid, but, you know, we had put well, you might as well say bid because, honey, the market, you had to bid for these houses. When I moved here, they had like 10 applications on there, but we was pretty much promised a house until it was time to turn in our IDs, right? We turned in our driver's license and we never heard from the people again. And we asked the realtor, like, what happened? She said, they just stopped responding. My husband said, oh, they saw that we was black. They saw that we was black and they did not want us to rent their house, apparently, you know, but it's all good because I like the house we rented anyway. And she had a lot of applications on this house, but this Asian lady owned this house and she said she wanted us in here because we were military. She ain't care nothing about our race. The fact that we was military, she was like, yeah. And let me tell y'all something. This is when you know you got favor. Another couple was willing to pay more than what we pay to move in this house. And the owner said, no, I'm giving it to them. They military. You know? She gave it to us because of our status. For the little status that some of these people think that, you know, ain't shit. You understand what I'm saying? We got in there because of our status. You know? Our background as being military. She said, I live in Indiana, right across from Louisiana, Kentucky. They were calling me and my daughter for, at the time, the N-word, yelling in front of the car in the window. In Austin, Texas? They were doing that, just a mess? Oh, no, you said you experienced it in, how you pronounce that? WQ, Iowa? Damn. I don't think I've ever been to Iowa. She said sundown towns are still around and they will treat you just like that. Yeah. Absolutely. Indiana is nice depending on where you live. I live in a new area, but quiet. The houses here aren't cheap. Not sure who said that. LOL. Taxes are low here. I thought the houses in Indiana were cheap. The more you have such great information, I thank you for all. I have a little and living great, but I have room to grow. Oh, yes, Sean, we all do. We all do. She said, keep living in Texas. Certain city towns, black folks better not go. Well, damn, make me feel good about moving to Texas. She said, I am a white woman and married my husband back in the 70s who's black. We have 2 children. I am in Charleston, South Carolina, and I get black and white people discrimination against me. Wow. Sorry to hear that, Rita. Because you would think, damn, y'all been married since back in the 70s. I mean, damn, you still experiencing that in Charleston? Wow. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. You know, believe it or not, Rita, I believe, and this needs to be a topic too. I believe that mixed kids, like mixed people, probably receive more racism than, oh, Lord, I can only imagine. We have 5 mixed grandkids, and I know they're going to go through some hell. You hear me? They're going to go through some hell. Mixed kids go through hell. A lot of people don't realize that, but they do. They tell them they don't really belong to this race or they don't belong to that race. You know what I'm saying? A lot of mixed kids going to go through hell. You know? I think they're going to get bullied and stuff. They are compared to what you are used to or more, but they are high for the locals. They are compared to what you're used to, but they're high for the locals. Oh, okay. Now, you know another little area that I heard that was a good place to move? Greenville, South Carolina. Somebody just told me that recently. Greenville, South Carolina. Is it South Carolina or North Carolina? I think it's South Carolina. But it's supposed to be like this up and coming place that's not that expensive, but it's growing as far as, you know, it's turned into like they're building a lot of things around it. Anybody live in Greenville? Is it Greenville, South Carolina? I don't know if it's South Carolina or North Carolina. I think I want to say it's South Carolina. Let me see. Somebody just mentioned that to me. I think, yeah, Greenville, South Carolina. That's another place if you're really looking for a place to go that's not that expensive, but is growing. You know what I mean? That might be somewhere you want to go to. Rita, tell them to get used to it. He ain't going nowhere. I know if he been there since 1970, he better not go nowhere. Damn, y'all been together forever. Rita, I was born in 72. Y'all done been together forever, girl. She said, yes, my children did go through a lot growing up, but it made them stronger and me stronger for them and me. Yes, girl. It's crazy that you're still experiencing that. She said, yes, I've heard they received it from both sides. They said black people look at them like they think they are all that. And then white people treat them bad and look at them funny. Yeah. Mixed kids, you know. Oh, you're 70, Rita? Oh, wow. She said, I'm 70. Yeah, when you said that y'all was dating back in the 70s, I'm like, wait a minute. Now I know I was born in 72 and I'm about to be 52 here soon. There you go, girl. Miss Rita. We got a 70-year-old in here. That's what I'm seeing. I pray that I reach your age one day, baby. She said, no, I completely disagree. More dark-skinned black children statistically receive more racism than any complexion. Yeah, dark skinned kids do get it because I was, I'm a dark skinned woman. I got it. But I think the mixed kids, the racism that go toward mixed kids is not spoke of. People don't think, people just be like, oh, you're so pretty. You got pretty hair and this, that, and the other. But they don't see the flip side of that. Yes, because they do get it. Trust me. They call them half breeds. I'm pretty sure y'all have heard that before. Half breeds, and they be telling them different things because sometimes you got to ask your kids and your grandkids, what do people call you? They be like, they told me I wasn't white, or they told me I wasn't black, or they said I'm this, or because people in school would try to tell these mixed kids that they either this race or that race and all this other crap. They get it, and I just don't think it's talked about a lot. She said, Amora, what's your best business advice for business exposure? You mean to get your business out there? It depends on what type of business you have, but I'm going to tell you some things that I did. I went to a lot of free seminars, like if you having like a luncheon for, sometimes they have like minority business meetings and stuff like that. And all you got to do is just buy lunch or whatever, just so you can rub elbows with other business owners. I would go to those. Sometimes you do pop-up shops, you pay a vendor fee of $25 or $50, however much it costs. And then you display your products, as a vendor somewhere, it could be just different places. You just look them up, if they're looking for vendors at ball games or wherever, it depends on what type of business you have. But I will tell you this, sometimes you have to invest in your business in order for your business to grow, But also Google, you could put your site on Google and then ask people to leave reviews, And another thing, you can pay different apartment complexes to run your business in their newsletter. And sometimes some apartment complexes be looking for news to put in their newsletter. So they may advertise it for free because they're trying to give their people something anyway. You know what I mean? So if they have a newsletter in these different apartment complexes, you could just give, go by, talk to them, give them your business card and ask, can you have, run 3 months, 6 months in their newsletter so that you can advertise your business? She said, I do live sales on Facebook, but I will start getting out in my community. Of course, yes. And then word of mouth, you know what I'm saying? Word of mouth. So, and then you can also do, I don't know what you sell, but return customers get a discount, so you can keep getting that repeat customers. But yeah. Catching up on the replay, and yes, some more. Our degrees are definitely a big flex, and DM is dumb and stupid as hell to think you didn't pay in no way to get them, ignorant, dumb piece of shit. Exactly. Gonna try to say Uncle Sam paid for my degree, so it ain't. Boy, if you don't stop. She said we were called Oreos in the family. Oh, wow. We were called the Oreo family. Damn, the Oreo family. Dark-skinned chicks here, and I hear you so perfectly. To be a dark-skinned girl, what kind of shit is that? You damn right I'm pretty. Wait a minute, what? Dark-skinned chicks here, and I hear you so pretty to be a dark-skinned girl. What kind of shit is that? Oh, yeah. I hear that too. Sometimes you got to ignore it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I agree. Yes, I agree. I mean, if you want to, if you're doing it, direct right beside each other, you're probably right. A more surprising is more in the mixed kids family. My daddy people love me, but accepted my older brother because he was darker from our mom. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I know it's there, and I just know a lot of people don't talk about it a lot, and it's something to talk about, you know. She said, my children are doing great. My son owns restaurants in Atlanta, and my daughter is a nurse. Yes. A lot of nurses. Nurses will always have jobs. You hear me? I do live sales on Facebook. Okay. Hey, Platinum Bracelet. She said, good afternoon, team. Out of 5 sisters, I am the only dark-skinned one, and I suffer prejudice from our own Black people. My sisters were accepted and wanted, but I was the brain and a mean jumper. LOL. You know, believe it or not, you will suffer a lot of, I don't know if you want to call it racism, but I would just say bullying and harassment from your own people than you will the other race. Yeah, I got called a lot of dark skin, black smut, black this, black names as I was coming up as well. That's why that shit don't bother me now. And they wonder why when they call me this, I laugh. Like, you think that bothered me? I'm about to be 52 years old. I've heard it all my life. You know what I mean? She said, I don't care who paid for my degrees. Can't no one take it away from you. That's crazy talk to make such an ignorant statement. Exactly, because even if they paid for it, who sat in the classrooms? Okay. You know how many people probably got their degrees paid for that didn't even pass? You got to still show up. You know what I mean? And then you got to do the work. You got to do the studies. You got to turn in reports. You got to write papers. You understand what I'm saying? You got to show up. Anyway, dummy. Dummy. You know? My daughter used to use her dad's GI and received her college degree, but she still had to put in the work. Exactly, Talisa. That's exactly what I'm saying. You still got to put in the work. You know, they ain't gonna wave no wand and just be like, oh, since you're in the military, here you go. Go on and put this cap and gown on, girl, and walk across that stage. You did that. Boy, if you don't sit down, you know. She said, I'd rather someone else pay for it. That's more money in my pocket. Okay. Y'all better look for these scholarships. Right now, my daughter, which I'm going to share with y'all, my daughter, there's a scholarship out there for a nursing program through the VA. Okay. Now, here's the kicker. If you get accepted, once you graduate from nursing school, you have to give the VA 2 years. You have to work as a nurse in the VA for 2 years, but they pay for your nursing degree. So if you or your child, whether it's a boy or girl, it doesn't matter. If they want to be a nurse, they just got to dedicate 2 years to working at the VA, which is the Veterans Hospital, you know, for military veterans. 2 years to work there, and your whole degree is paid for. You know what I mean? So there is a program, and I'm sure there's others, but that's just one of them. That's one of them that my daughter's applying for. And if she don't get that, I'm sure we're going to be filling out other scholarships or whatever. Now, I mean, you may have to pay some out of your pocket, but no one should have to ever pay the total amount. Like my daughter's college is $85,000, right? I'm sure we're not going to have to pay the 85 at all. We may have to still pay some if she don't get accepted into this VA program. But if she gets accepted into the VA program, we still got to pay for her apartment. So you're still going to come out of your pocket. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how DHAM is ignorant, because they didn't pay for my living expenses. You know what I mean? I had to pay for my own freaking living expenses. Dumb. It's dumb. And I had a child. You know, listen, imagine trying to get a degree as a single parent and working full time. Now that puts some icing on some cake, doesn't it? Because that's some hard ass work. You going to school full time, you working full time, and you got 2 little ones full time. Full time. I remember sometimes I would shake my daughter on my lap as I take a test. I would be bouncing her up and down while I'm taking a proxy test. She grabbing at things and I'm like, come on, wait a minute. Hold on, baby. Hold on, baby. You know, that's us Power Rangers mamas. You know what I mean? Thank you for the 5-month membership. Miss Neely Nell, she says, my kids full ride scholarship to an Ivy League. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. She says, I am a nurse and my job does that too. You sign a contract to work for them for 2 years, pay them for the school money back. See? There's a lot of programs out there like that. And let me tell you something about a nurse. You know, my aunt was a nurse for over 40 years. If you're really looking for a job that, you know, you can go anywhere and get a job, I say nursing is the way to go. Anywhere in the United States you go, you can get a job as a nurse. Anywhere. You know? She says, going to check that out today. Thanks some more. Which program are you going to go check out? The VA one? But you're welcome. That's the type of knowledge we need to be sharing and spreading, you know? Which program is that? Let me drop the link for you guys. Hold on. I'm about to drop it. It says 100%. Hold on. It says 100% of your tuition is covered from the point of acceptance. Monthly living stipends of $1,184 while attending classes. An additional one-time annual book stipend of $1,184. Guaranteed employment with the VA, a minimum, it's 2.5 years, not 2. 2.5 years upon graduation and passing any requirement certification. Once employed, the VA offers its employees outstanding benefits, including generous pay time off, flexible work schedule, and shifts and opportunity to continue education. So, I mean, the monthly living stipend, they give you $1,184 toward your bills, but you know $1,184 is not enough for no apartment. So they give you almost $1,200 toward your bills, but you got to pay the other amount. But look at this. If you want to become a nurse, or if your child is pursuing a nursing degree, this is the way to go. You hear me? Apply. And guess what? They can only tell you yes or no. But they're giving you all of this and you got to get them 2.5 years. But you're guaranteed a job. You ain't even got to look for a job. You already know you're going to have a job when you come out. I mean, you're going to have a job anyway as a nurse, but I'm just saying, you give them 2.5 years of your time and your tuition is paid, baby. Every bit of it. Every bit of it. So grab that link. Tell me if it's clickable. Click on it and tell me if you guys got the information. Now, I know everybody don't want to be a nurse, and you can even do the little QR code thing right here. If it's not clickable, you could just put your phone up against this and get all the information. But you can get a job at the VA and they totally take care of you. And you'll be a nurse in a year or two, you know, 1.5 years or 2 years, of however that works, you know. Click on the link and tell me in the comments if it works, if you guys will for me. She said nursing and IT is a guaranteed position. Sure is, Diva. Yeah. But that's not bad. 2.5 years and you get your, and listen, D-Ham and his crew would be like, this ain't no flex. the VA paid 100% for your degree. She said, Amore, you rock. You're passing on much needed information. This is why we support you. Thank you, Talisa. Definitely. Okay, it works. Okay, good. Yeah, if you're thinking about becoming a nurse, if your child wants to become a nurse and you ain't got the money to be trying to shell out $85,000 or however much your nursing degree is going to cost, apply for this program and let them send you to school, baby. You want to change your career and become a nurse, apply for this program and let them send you to school, baby. You know what I mean? You know? Do that. And I know some of the people probably in the bushes, they probably love the information too, but they'll never say it. They'll be like, you evil bitch, but thank you for that. I'm going to call them right now. She said in the bushes, watch left because they don't want to hear any real knowledge. Oh, she said the bush watchers left. No, they don't want no real knowledge. Nope. They're like, we ain't got no bones to take back and carry. You know what I mean? We ain't got no bones to carry, so let's go on over there. She being positive. We don't like that bullshit. We want to carry some bones so we can see fights on the internet with Black people. Imagine that. She said, what's the requirement? Well, let's see. You have to have a 3.0, a GPA of 3.0, willing to work for the VA. That's it. That's it. To qualify for the scholarship, the student needs to have a minimum GPA of 3.0 and be willing to work at a local VA to help care for our nation's heroes. Locations may expand based on the number of qualified candidates. That's it. You just got to have a 3.0, which, you know, if you want to be a nurse, I'm pretty sure you got at least a 3.0. 3.0 ain't even, you know, that's not a high requirement. You know? So that's not a lot to ask for at all. If this is not a good program, I don't know what, you know? So anyway, I think you should do it. I think they said it take 3 to 4 months to hear something back. And then it comes with benefits. You know, you get time off, you get flexible work schedule, opportunity to continue education. And I want to say you get like medical, dental. Oh, let's go over it right quick. Okay, so this is what you get. Time off, flexible schedule, insurance options. So they pay up to 75% of your health insurance premium, which is great. You get retirement. Okay, some jobs don't give retirement. So I think this is good. You're eligible for a monthly retirement benefit after 5 years of service. So you only got to work 5 years in order for you to be eligible for for the monthly retirement benefit. That's not bad. Then long-term disability benefits after 18 months. You get a supplement of your retirement with tax-deferred thrift savings plan, similar to the 401k plan. Okay. You get competitive compensation, you know, and there's always room for growth. You can start off probably making $50,000, $60,000, and it can go all the way up to $140,000, $150,000, you know, depending on, you know, you got to move around and whatnot. But listen, y'all better stop playing. I know this is small, but y'all got it too. I'll just put it up there. But listen, y'all better do this. Pass this information on to your child, your niece, your best friend child, people in your church. Y'all better stop playing. She said, I'm going to give my niece this information. She's about to graduate high school. Okay. Y'all better stop playing. Did she want to be a nurse? I said, if you want to be one, you better let them pay for it. But anyway, that's the program my sister, my sister. My daughter she applied for, and we're just waiting to hear back. She said programs like this is great because even with a degree, sometimes places don't hire you until you have the experience. A lot of departments in the hospital, like radiology, lab, medical coding. Oh, okay. She says, Amor, it is bad in Black country. Wait a minute, hold on. Amora, it is bad in Black country for mixed kids. My son got in school once they saw his dad, who is also mixed but looks more white. In Black countries. Oh, you're saying it's bad in Black countries for mixed kids? Like you're saying it's like bad in Africa and places like that for mixed kids? Wow. So they want you to look like them. Yeah, that's bad. Bad. She's definitely interested in medical field. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm going to hop off of here, you guys. I am going to come back a little later because we need to talk about what's going on, honey. But what time is it? It's 1:11. So I'm going to come back a little earlier because y'all already know King Jean will be putting it on the floor. Let me see. I think she told me 8:30, but let me just verify. I think it's going to be 8:30 Eastern Standard, which is 7:30 Texas time. But let me just verify right quick. So King Jean is coming on at so 8:30, which is 7:30 my time. So I'm going to come on before she does, and then I'm going to pass the torch, okay? She said not just Black countries, Germany, Japan, etc. Oh, wow. That's messed up. She said, but I've noticed a lot of African women love to have mixed children. They do. What's up with that? I do notice a lot of African women love to have mixed children. What is up with that? I have definitely noticed that. They like to have babies by white men. Maybe they can tell us what's going on. Oh, somebody sent me 10 Coca-Colas. Who is this? Who done sent me 10 Coca-Colas? I got to sign in to see who it was. I don't even see a name. Hold on, let me sign in right quick so I can give them the proper thank you. Somebody gave me 10 Coca-Colas this morning. Oh, Lavette. Thank you, girl. She said, you're the GOAT. If you're rocking, I'm rolling. Love you, sis. Love you back, girl. You know you never put your name, but I see it with your email. Thank you, girl. Appreciate that so very much. And Cheryl gave me 5 yesterday. Shirley did. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Vet. Appreciate y'all. Let me give a shout out to those that sent in some super chats. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. Listen, before I do this, though, I want you guys to know that I will be, today is October the 15th, so we got like a month and maybe another week or so to do, we're going to do the drawing before then. We're going to do the drawing for the 10 families because I will be sponsoring 10 families this Thanksgiving, okay? Now, I think I'm just going to do the gift certificate because I found out that some of you guys don't have Publix or Kroger's in your area. So I'm just going to give you a gift certificate, maybe like a Visa or Master's gift certificate, and you will have to go, like a gift card, and you will have to go and buy the groceries yourself, okay? Buy the things that you need for your Thanksgiving meal, okay? I'm going to do $150 for 10 people, okay? However, you have to be a member. You have to be a member, meaning not just a subscriber, but a member. But 10 families will receive $150 towards your Thanksgiving meal. Okay. So hopefully 150 is enough for you to go and get a nice turkey, ham, and some, whatever you eat, to go with it. But I think that's good enough. I conferred with a few people and we came up with $150. So $150 will go to 10 of our members. Okay. And I think I'm going to do the drawing. Let me look at the date. Give me a second. So Thanksgiving is on the 28th. So I will do the drawing on the 31st of, oh, well, damn, that's a Thursday. That's Halloween. I don't care. I'm going to do it on the last day of the month, the 30th. No, I do it November the 1st. It's on a Friday. November the 1st, I will do the drawing for the 10 families, okay? November the 1st. That'll just be easier for me to remember. November the 1st, I will give out the 150 to 10 families, okay? All right, let me give you guys a big, huge thank you for the super chats. I have Talanda. Thank you so very much. She said, let's get it. Thank you, Bing Bing. Appreciate you, love. Thank you, Venable. She says, the GOAT. I love you, sis. I love you back, Venable. Thank you so very much, Tinkers. Thank you for that super sticker. Appreciate you. Thank you, Felicia. Appreciate you. Thank you, Lashina. She said, we support you because we genuinely want to see you win and your channel to be successful. Thank you so very much. I do appreciate that, okay? Thank you, thank you. And Felicia says, I don't understand how these bombs get mad and at you, how you respond. Oh, yeah, I said that. That's right. Bring a knife to a gunfight. Thank you, baby. And Monique, thank you so very much, sweetheart. I appreciate that. And Veniful, she spent the block again, and she says they learn from you. And they do, Veniful. They do. And that girl, Shantae, with your 3 months membership, a part of our family. She said, you are a good speaker. Keep stepping on next. Thank you so much, Shantae. I appreciate that very much. Tamara, thank you so much. She said, DM, you have broke ninja mentality. Okay, girl. You better tell them again. Thank you, Tamara. Appreciate that. Tawana, thank you so much for 13 months, baby. Let's go. Thank you, Tawana. I love you for that. Thank you so much, Angie, for becoming a part of our YouTube family. We appreciate you and welcome aboard. You are now a part of the lit team, girl. Thank you, Nelly Nell. I always call you Nelly Nell, but it's Nell now. But I always call you Nelly Nell. I love it. But thank you for being a member for 5 months. And she said, my kids, full ride scholarship to an Ivy League. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. You hear me? But thank you, girl. And Nahimi, thank you so very much for 7 months. I appreciate you. She said, we love you more and Amora loves you back. Okay. Thank you, J. Lou, for 11 months, girl. I appreciate that 11 months of being a part of this family. I do appreciate all of you guys so very much. I love you guys. Again, I'm going to come back over maybe in a couple of hours and then y'all get y'all a little rest. Get y'all a little drinky drink. And then we're going to come back for a comedy show at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We're going to help Jenny, internet sister, get her hours. She needs 4,000 hours for YouTube, okay? So we have to help her get her hours up on YouTube. So I ask that everybody, if you can, attend her live at 8:30. And when we come in the room, make sure we hit that thumbs up button to show her support and for YouTube to continue to push her videos out for other people to see, okay? Thank you, Carmelita. I appreciate that very much. 13 months. That's what I'm talking about. She said, keep up the good work. Thank you so very much. Appreciate you. And Tammy, baby, she said, you rock. Thank you so much, Tammy B. 12-month membership. I'm loving it. Okay, wait a minute. She says, and Talanda, I am a new member, maybe almost a month. Okay, girl. Well, welcome. She says, my daughter has a basketball game, but I am definitely tuning in afterwards. King Jean, yes. Now, she may be late. Y'all know how Miss King Jean do it. She say 8:30, but be prepared 8:30-ish, 8:45, 9 o'clock. But we going to try to be on time, okay? But I would definitely be there. And so hit that thumbs up button on your way out here. And when you come on the live later, make sure you hit that thumbs up button on your way in, okay? Thank you guys very much for tuning in. I love y'all. And I'm going to talk to y'all later. Bye.
Jay!
They can't make $1 without mentioning down one of our names.
Period. She kept talking about that family.
Can't make $1.
She kept talking about that family. 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 That family. She kept talking about that family. Talking about that family. Clock that team. Clock that team.
Because they can't make $1 without mentioning down one of our names.
Child, we finna talk about this with Amora. That family.
Tell these motherfuckers to bless me hell.
That family.
These motherfuckers don't be wanting to bless no damn body.
That family.
Jay!
That family.
Tell these motherfuckers to bless me.
Talking about it. Child, we finna talk about this with Amora.